Welcome, everybody. Thank you all for joining us today. My name's Nick Such. I'm one of the co-founders of Awesome Inc. and the director of Awesome Inc. U, our technical training program, which includes our web developer bootcamp. And we're very excited to have you all here today. This is our 11th demo day. Woo. And it's good to see a lot of familiar and new faces here. First, want to give a quick shout out. If you could raise your hand, who's an alum of this program? Who's been through the bootcamp? All right, yeah, very cool. Great to see you all. And then I think we've got a few folks in the audience who are either in our application process or admitted students. If you all could raise your hands as well. You'll be here in about 6 months. All right, very cool. But really what we're here today to do is to hear from our students who've just finished up the program, and I want to talk a little bit about what today is going to look like. So hope you've gotten a chance to grab some delicious lunch from Bourbon and Toulouse, one of our local favorites. I'm going to do some quick introductions here, talk about our team and a little bit about the program, and then our students will give presentations here. So these are going to be pretty brief. I like to think of it as the trailer to the movie. They're going to tell you a little bit about themselves and their projects. And then we'll have a chance for some more interaction at demo tables. So once we're done here, we're going to move over to the next part of the building there, and you'll actually have a chance to talk one-on-one with each of our graduates, and they can tell you and show you about what they've been working on. So a little bit about our bootcamp program, if you're one of the folks in the room who has not been through it. We've got 13 students in this cohort who will be presenting today, and they started off this program with 4 weeks of remote onboarding, so they got to get really good at Zoom, and that led into 12 weeks of intensive training. And when we say full time for this program, that's 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday through Friday, and then some on top of that. So this is a really intensive program that they go through over the course of those 16 weeks. And in all, that's more than 500 hours of training. I think you all have sent more than 10,000 Slack messages, so we're getting right at that free limit. And Oreos, man, I don't know how many Oreos we ate. That's our official snack here at Awesome Inc. If you didn't know, Oreos are vegan. And our favorite is the double stuff. It's just the right ratio, of cookie to cream. But we've heard some arguments for some different Oreos here, so we'll let the dust settle on that one. And these folks are all in, too. To do a program like this, they've had to quit their jobs, leave their previous career, really dive in. And it really is an incredible thing for folks who are from a variety of different backgrounds and prior life experiences to come and start their career in software development. In order to guide our students through this journey, we've got a great team of instructors and staff. And I'd love to give a shout out to this crew, to Justin, Ian, and Josh, who are in the classroom every day with our students. So Justin, Ian, and Josh, thank you guys. On the employer side, Mackenzie Haynes is our career coach and works with our students on their job search and works with a lot of you all who are representing your employers to kind of know, hey, where's the right fit here and where are some of these opportunities available. So thank you, Mackenzie, I think is there in the back. All right. Stephen Rue, if you knew about this event today, or for any of you who found out about and applied for bootcamp, that is because of the work that Stephen does in marketing our program and meeting with all of our students in the admissions process. So thank you, Stephen. Back here. And then is Jacqueline in the room? I saw Jacqueline earlier. All right. So Jacqueline Benson is our graphic designer. So the fact that these slides are not like in Arial and Times New Roman, and that our boot campers actually know a little bit about design and how to work with a designer, that is Jacqueline's fault. So thank you, Jacqueline. And also thanks to Brian, our CEO. Hi, Brian. And happy birthday. Brian's birthday was earlier this week. So, all right, well, now I'm going to hand it over to Justin Hall, who's going to talk a little bit more about the Bootcamp program and some of the specific skills and projects that our students worked on. Justin?
Yep. Okay. I don't have anything planned to say, but I was going to sell the boot camp, and so somebody gave me this card earlier today, and it's a number of dad jokes that I guess I told during boot camp. Great. But no, it's really good seeing familiar faces in the crowd, and it's also really good to see everybody come out and support the boot camp and what we're doing, because we're doing a little bit more than just teaching people how to code. We're also changing lives, and so that to me is why I like to do this and get up in the morning and come out here and fight the good fight. So hopefully you see a lot of value in this cohort and their work.
Excellent. Thank you, Justin. So with no further ado, I want to get to our students and their presentations. So they're going to give a 2-minute quick pitch here, so this part's going to be real brief. We're not going to do any Q&A here, but you will have plenty of time to do that in real life, not virtually, over at the demo tables over here. If there is anyone from your team who you'd like to share these presentations with, we'll have a recording of this event, and so we'll send those out to you afterwards. And a quick note, too, on these projects. Our students spend these 16 weeks with us. But this final project that they'll show you today, while it's the culmination of their learning, it really is just the past 2 to 3 weeks of their work. So we're pretty excited to see how far they've gotten really in just one sprint cycle. So I will pass it off now to our first presenter. Everyone, if you could help me to please welcome Chase Shelton. Down there at the bottom of it.
All right, the first thing I want to say is just thank you guys for coming out and supporting us. I know that it's been a long, tough journey for all of us, and I definitely think I speak for all of us when I say thank you. And a special shout out to my parents and my wife. Certainly the support these last 16 weeks have been invaluable. So for the past 8 years, I worked in the grocery industry. I worked in retail and the supply side of things. I really enjoyed it, but this past summer, my hours have continued to increase and increase, so my wife and I decided that I was going to make a career change. And so I decided to take my love of technology, my love of computers, and try and turn that into a meaningful career. I had heard about the boot camp in the past, and it really just never fit with life at the time. So, this summer provided a perfect opportunity to jump in head first. So my project is called LetsEat. I don't know about you guys, but Friday nights at my house trying to decide where we're eating for dinner is like pulling teeth. My wife and I do not want to choose. My kids only want pizza. So it's definitely a struggle. So I wanted to create something that I could, search restaurants. So I have, filters. The I'm feeling hungry is a nod to my sister. She said she wants an app that could just spit her out a random restaurant and there's no arguing about where you're going. That's where you're going. So that's that. I added some features to add favorites, remove favorites. I'd say the one thing that I definitely wanted to try and do that I didn't get a chance to was location data and trying to filter your results based on your location. I definitely had a lot of fun, and this has been a really great experience for me. So my name's Chase Shelton. I'll be happy to answer any questions or give you guys a full demo if you'd like. And once again, thanks for coming.
All right. And now for the real presentation. Hello, everybody. My name is Jia-Yi Chen, but I also go by Jacob. A little bit about me. I previously worked as a teacher. I'm actually a computer science graduate, but I've been working as a teacher for the past 2 years. It started out as a computer science teacher, which makes sense, but I kind of made my way into teaching general science because they're both sciences, right? But after working through the pandemic, I kind of realized that I didn't really enjoy the environment as much as I'd hoped, and honestly, it got a little bit hard to teach hands-on science things during the pandemic. So I decided I would try to get back into the computer science field. Luckily for me, I had a lot of friends and family that had taken the boot camp before, and they recommended that I take it as a way to kind of help me get a refresher on all the computer science concepts and to help me build my portfolio. Today for you, today the project I have to show you all that I've been working on is a noteboard. It is a simple note-making and sharing app. So starting off, I just tried to keep it really simple. I wanted, the goal was to create kind of a note-making app that you can create notes, share notes, without having to worry about logging in or any kind of clutter or having to log in with Google or anything. So you can see how you can just kind of create a note and you can save them to your account, and then they kind of just show up on the dashboard, which is pretty cool. Here are some other pictures that I've kind of worked a lot on the mobile side, trying to make sure it was kind of responsive both make sure it was both mobile friendly and desktop friendly. There's a lot of React, a lot of React packages that I got to learn, a lot of Laravel videos that I had to watch to get it all working just right. But there are still plenty of bugs, as I'm sure all of us have in our projects. So if you have any questions about my app, or if you have any questions about me, I will be the first person you'll see in the demo table area. So once again, my name is Jia-Yi Chen, or Jacob. My app is Noteboard. Please come talk to me. Okay. Thank you.
My name is Michael Chinn. For 11 years, I was a front-end web developer. I kind of overworked myself and took a 7-year hiatus from it. And one day I had come across the boot camp because I had realized, what are you doing with your life with that much experience? And a friend of mine had told me about the boot camp. And so I applied online and they accepted me graciously. And what I'm going to be showing today is Character Creator. It is a user interface for creating game characters for a project that's outside of the scope of this. The focus that I have on it is on the front end for this iteration. And the goal was to consistently display a design across multiple devices without having to sacrifice design quality. This is kind of like a style guide, this first image here, as to how I wanted the app to feel. And the goal is to carry that across, like I said, the multiple devices, utilizing React, CSS3, and a little bit of Laravel on the back end. My name is Michael Chinn, and my project is Character Creator, and I would greatly appreciate it if you would come and give my project consideration, and me as well. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. My name's Tony Watson. Before I enrolled in the boot camp, I was an insurance agent for a certain green lizard for the past 5 years. I went home every day not really feeling like I'd accomplished anything that helped anybody or did anything kind of useful. So early this year, I enrolled in the Intro to Web Dev course here at Awesome just to try out something new. As my final project for that class, I created a Dungeons and Dragons spellbook that my friends and I have actually used while playing games, and I just really loved that feeling of making something that was actually functional and could be used by people for a specific purpose. So I decided to enroll in the boot camp to make more useful things. That's why I wanted to be a software web developer. So my project that I'm showing today is breaddit, which was inspired by Reddit. So basically, I focused on a few different user stories: account creation, subreddit creation, creating posts, commenting on those posts, and voting, just to get the basics of the site to get it actually functional. So users who are signed in, the sign-in process takes about 30 seconds. It's super easy to create an account. Users can create their own subreddit community. So if you want a community based around bread puns, you can create something for that. Or if you want a subreddit where users only speak in Portuguese, that's an option. Anyone can create their own community within Breddit. So users can post on subreddits to provide, links to images, videos, start conversations, that sort of thing. And then users can comment on those posts to give their opinions. They can also give their opinions by voting on the posts. So you can either upvote or downvote depending on your opinion of a specific post. So generally the higher the vote value, of course, the more the community likes the post, essentially. That's basically all I've got. So again, my name is Tony Watson. My project is breaddit. I'll be at one of the tables in the other room, and you can reach me at the contact information there. Thanks.
All right, hello everybody. There we go. My name is Keith Downing. Previously, I graduated from UK, and probably like a lot of the boot campers, did not know where my career was taking me. Life kind of happened where I was able to make a career change, and I was looking for something new to constantly learn, make mistakes, and learn from those mistakes every day. So I've loved every minute in the boot camp, and then these past 2 weeks, I've created the PGA Golf Pool app. Basically, my app lets you create a user account, and as that user account, you pick actual golfers pulling from data outside to create a team, to join a group to play against your friends and family, and kind of see where you stack up and give each other a hard time. With groups, you can name them whatever you want to, and I'm sure a lot of people here are a part of this bottom left Ian Rios fan group. There's a lot of data involved on it, but one of the things that drew me to this project was the parallels between golf and web development, actually. Always making mistakes, never going to be perfect, but it's just learning from those and trying to better yourself in your skill. Biggest thing that I learned from my project was just pulling in raw data from all over the place and being able to store that and capture that and be able to translate that to something the user actually sees. So that was very, very big in my project. So my project was PGA Golf Pool. Would appreciate to talk to any of you all after this, and thank you all for coming today.
Ooh, I'm kind of short here. Thank you. All right. Is it already on mine? Perfect. Hey everyone, I am Ticia Dunn. I was a former QC lab technician for a chemical manufacturing company before Awesome Inc. It's not as fun as it sounds. I graduated last May with my bachelor's in chemistry, and I jumped into the lab industry from there. And to say I felt unfulfilled is probably a understatement. It was a lot of factory work I wasn't anticipating. 12-hour night shifts and constant overtime was not my thing. And more than anything, it was just really stagnant. I felt like I'm a lifelong learner and felt like I wasn't really learning anything new there, so it got boring pretty quick. So I had to reevaluate this past summer, and that's when I found Awesome Inc. I thought this would be a great way to fast track my way into a new industry and find something that fit what I really wanted in a career. And I've been having a blast ever since. I never would have guessed I would love this as much as I do. So what I have for you today is an app called QuizGo. I love watching the Game Show Network. I promise I'm not 60. One of my favorite games are the trivia games. So I decided to make an app that will generate randomly generate trivia games for you, and also you can create your own trivia games. So as an anonymous user, you just hop onto the website and you can press quick play and jump right in and take a quick 5-question quiz on whatever category you select. And if you get logged in, did it work? There we go. If you log in, you get more features such as creating your own quiz, and you can save those quizzes and play them as much as you want. Thought this would be a good idea for like maybe students who want to study some on the go, quizzes on the go. If you see what I did there. You want to study on the go, they can kind of take this with them and make sure it was mobile friendly. And you can also play other users' quizzes on there. As we can see, we're on Dari's profile, and you can play movies with Dari. So I would say I had a lot of fun making this, and it was definitely something I included. I tried to include everything that we have learned throughout the boot camp in there from the whole stack. I still have some things I'd like to include. Maybe you could like a quiz or share it with someone outside of here. But so far, I'm pretty happy with it, and I hope you guys like it too. My name is Ticia. This is QuizGo, and if you would like to contact me, here's my information right here. Thank you.
I would like to pretend I need to move the mic up after Ticia, if you'll indulge me. Probably fine where it's at. Thank you, Nick. Good friend. Thank you all for being here, especially my wife. And, well. Thank you. My app is, not that one. That's Ticia again. Shout out, good job. Mine's called The Shop. I did a project kind of relating to stuff that I know. I was an electrician for the last 12 years. The natural pivot at age 36 is to become a web developer. You've heard it a million times. But I kind of stuck with something that I knew, and my problem through jobs, a pain point for me, order materials working at UK Hospital, Toyota plant, large jobs, was getting the materials I needed for a group of people, 20 people out, and it was a pain point. It was hard. You can't have people standing around, obviously, on a job. So this app was like an interdepartmental type of situation to allow you to order materials, check them out from your shop, the shop manager being able to take in and put out what they want to, show you what's available. So you have like a trail to order back and forth. Believe it or not, even some of the multi-million-dollar projects, literally the huge contractors I worked for, you literally write down on a piece of notebook paper and send a screenshot in to order materials. It's kind of nuts. So this app would solve that problem. And that's it. My project's The Shop. My name's Grant Harris. I'll be over here with everybody else. Thank you for your time.
All right. Hello. My name is Robin Kelsick, and I guess I'll start with how I ended up here. So I was a Marine 2 days after I graduated high school. I was at like actual Marine Corps boot camp, and eventually, once all that ended, I ended up a psychology major at EKU, and I studied there. That really wasn't doing it for me. I hate to say it, but psychology is a little boring, and I eventually realized that, and I wanted to, do something, I guess, better for the community. And I realized that I could do that with web development. And eventually I started thinking about it, and I've never committed to a lot in my life. And when I found Awesome Inc. online, it was just a whim. I just searched it, and I was just like, maybe this might be something that I do, and here I am standing here. So that brought me to my project. It's called Road to University, and the reason why I mentioned that and why I mentioned that I was a Marine, I became a Marine because I had no idea what I wanted to do after high school. And this website should be able to help with that. It will give, I guess, schools and students a chance to facilitate that conversation about college, because when I left high school, I had no idea what college was or how to apply. And I know that sounds crazy because a lot of people here probably have college degrees, but in smaller areas and smaller places, people don't really know that much about college. So I wanted to give people that a chance. That's my homepage. So right now I have sort of a location filter type thing, and you're able to search colleges based on where you live. And eventually I want to add more stuff to it, and I want to run with it because I feel like this is something that could help a lot of people. So, but again, my name is Robin Kelsick. My project is Road to University, and I'll be over there to show you my one feature. So.
Hello, that's a lot of people. Hi, I'm Kole Kendrick, and what I was doing before this, I was actually working at McDonald's for a couple of years, and within the first year, I got offered a manager's position, so I was training to do that, and then, I don't know, McDonald's it actually does sound as fun as it is. So I kind of got burnt out of that really quick. Not much money coming in and a lot of hours. So I was just looking for something else. I've always really enjoyed programming. I've taken several classes throughout high school. I even took a class here at Awesome Inc. about 6-7 years ago. That's where I first learned about Awesome Inc. And that's what brought me to the boot camp now. So the project I made is a library database that has a bunch of bestsellers that have been released, and the reason I made this is because I've recently begun into audiobooks a lot, and sometimes I find it hard to find a book that is similar to ones I've enjoyed, or something along the same genre that I usually listen to. So I'm making this to make it kind of easier to find similar books, find highly rated books, stuff like that. And yeah, here's what the different categories look like. And yeah, not sure what else to say. So yeah, my name's Kole Kendrick. My project is MyLiberry, specifically. Hope that annoys some of you. And I'll be over there by everyone else.
Good enough. How's it going, everybody? I am Andrew Mills. Before this, I was an insurance agent for the past 5 years, like Tony, though I did not work for a particular green lizard. That said, I was stuck in a sales role and never really thought of myself as much of a salesman. This past summer, I was working for an insurance startup, was presented an opportunity to change positions, and I decided I'd run with that and change careers. So I ended up doing some research, stumbled upon the boot camp, realized I had some friends who had gone through this boot camp. Called them up, and they said I'd be good at this, and they recommended I give it a shot. So here I am today. My project is the original SEC Draft League. So 39 years ago, my dad and his friends created this fantasy sports league. It follows SEC basketball only, and it is been going on ever since. It was actually featured on Sirius XM radio a few years ago for being one of the most unique and longest-running fantasy sports leagues that you can find. That said, since it's been around for a long time, everything was done by hand for a while. And the current website iteration that they use was made on Microsoft Front Page about 20 years ago. So when I signed up for this, my dad said I needed to make him a new website. So I called up my project owner and told him that I was going to be working on this. So here we are. So I wanted to make everything a little bit easier for him, at least. So everything's kind of based on user permissions. But as the commissioner, you're able to edit the blog post on the front page. You're able to access anybody's lineups, set their lineups, edit the point totals. All the standings and everything are automatically updated in real time. And as an individual league member, you can log in and set your own lineups for every given week. So just want to do all that to make everything a little bit easier for everybody. And as of next week, when SEC play starts, this league will be live and used by the league members. So pretty excited to be able to say that. But beyond that, I'm Andrew Mills. I made a website for the original SEC Draft League. Here's my contact info, and please come see me.
All right, hey everybody. Let me figure out how this works real quick. Knock that button. All right, my name is Justin Smith. Give you a quick life history, I guess. I originally went to school for philosophy, graduated with a degree. Then I went to law school, became an attorney. Was pretty miserable, and a friend of mine had been through the boot camp before. He recommended it to me. It's a great program. Really enjoyed it, learned a lot. So I went from asking why to arguing why to asking why this isn't working. Anyway, my project is a trade tracker. It just lets you search and view stock charts and save them in a watch list. I got a little GIF here of it working, hopefully. But yeah, I just wanted to, I was always interested in like displaying data in a meaningful way, that sort of thing. I don't think it's anything super special, but if you're particularly interested in the last 100 days of a stock, you can check out my project. If you look right there, that big drop is where Elon decided to share a joint with Joe Rogan. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, that's my project. If you guys want to check it out or have any questions, I'll be over there, obviously. If by chance anybody here is thinking about becoming an attorney, come talk to me so I can talk you out of it. And if anybody's on the fence about joining the boot camp, come talk to me and I'll talk you into it because it's a great program. So.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Tyler Van Nostrand. Quick fun story. When this picture was taken, this was the first time my classmates saw me without a hat on, and so today is the second day that they see that. Before I joined the boot camp, I spent about 10 years in North Carolina doing project management and actually as a small business owner. I was fortunate enough that I was able to sell that business, packed up my stuff, moved here to Lexington, Kentucky, have absolutely enjoyed this beautiful state ever since. When I got to Kentucky, I found a job as a project manager for a remodeling company, did that for a while. However, I quickly realized that there wasn't really much room for growth. I wasn't learning that much. It was just what I had done for the last 10 years. I love to learn. And then I'm also fortunate enough that I have family members that are in tech. They said, maybe you should join tech. We're always learning something new. And so I found Awesome Inc. And then, one leap of faith later, 16 weeks worth of hard work, mostly sleepless nights, and a whole lot of ramen, I'm able to present to y'all today Gary's List. Gary's List is a e-commerce store with a Dungeons and Dragons theme. I'm sure most of us here are nerds. I'm huge on Dungeons and Dragons, and kind of what my vision for this website is actually that it's going to be mostly user-generated content. I want it to be kind of a mix of like an Amazon, an eBay, a Craigslist, and right now, it's not filled with that user content yet, but that's kind of my hope for it, is that I continue to grow it. So I know some of y'all might have a question, why Gary's List, and I'd be happy to answer that question and any others that y'all might have at my booth later. Once again, my name is Tyler Van Nostrand, and this has been Gary's List.
Hey, how's it going? So my name is Troy Wagoner, and I started this boot camp just kind of on a whim. Oh wait, yeah, I should show you my face. Yeah. My project is martial art origins, but I was across the street actually on Valentine's Day, and I was going to go to this restaurant, and then I realized like it was empty and it looked really bad, and I told my girlfriend, I was like, we got to go somewhere else. So we went to go get sushi, and I eventually realized after seeing this banner in the window that I kind of would like to pursue this. It said 16 weeks. It seemed like a good thing, and I don't know. It just felt right. So here I am. As far as my project, I wanted to create a way to preserve martial art techniques. So the information is passed down from generation to generation, and there's really no way to consolidate and keep this information really well. So I wanted to create a page to where instructors would be able to eventually give feedback and create new techniques from it that would be in a consolidated location. Here's the mobile response, and some more pictures of like the main page. As far as the really difficult part of this was having to make it to where that the user or the registered user could create a position and create a technique. So there's foundational places to where certain techniques would work, but I needed a user to not only, each position would need to create a position and also have a technique. So, and this would have to be abundant. As far as the frameworks I use like Laravel and React. And if there's any questions, my name's Troy Wagoner, and my booth's over there in the corner by the trash.
Sorry, I just wanted to say something real quick. We had a boot camper named Chad that was in this course, and unfortunately he had to leave for a little bit due to medical reasons. And I just want to give a shout out to him because really after he left, he inspired pretty much everyone to work harder and work longer hours, and stay here later, come in earlier, and just want to give a shout out to him. And he will be back in January, I believe. So.
Excellent. Thanks, Kole, for that special shout out, and Chad, great to see you. I want to just have one more round of applause for all our presenters today. So, thank you all. So you got to hear a little bit from these 13 folks about their various projects. What's really fun is getting to try them hands-on and see how everything works and figure out who Gary is. So I encourage you all to check that out next. I know this has been kind of a crazy job market in tech. For these last 6 months, a lot of things have changed. We have more students than we've ever had with job offers on the table by today. That has not been a common thing in the past, but there are quite a few folks who are still considering their options and would love to hear from you if you're an employer. If you'd like to get access to contact info, this will take you to our alumni page, awesomeinc.org/alumni. That has links to everyone's LinkedIn, GitHub profiles, as well as their own portfolio page. Quick shout out here to anyone who is considering the program. Our next cohort starts up in the spring of 2022, so like next month. And we have applications that are open through this Friday, so we'd love to hear from you for that. I want to hand it over to Ian really quick, though. He'd like to make a special announcement.
Hello, everybody. Most of you have known me from me teaching you in the bootcamp. I've been the instructor for 3 years now, and this is my last bootcamp. I'll be moving on to Big Ass Fans. So, very excited for all the people that I've helped train. Very proud of the people I've trained. I've written a lot of good code for you. I've helped you fix a lot of bad code. Hopefully I won't have to see as much bad code anymore, but hey, you never know. So, but yeah, no, I'm very excited. Hopefully I'll be able to stay around and come back to keep grilling you for whiteboards. So we do that, and cool. All right.
Thanks, Ian. Yeah, we've really enjoyed your time here with us. Thanks for letting me convince you that when you applied for a software developer job, that being a bootcamp instructor would be a lot of fun. So appreciate that. So also to announce, we're hiring, and so we're looking for someone who has quite the critical eye like Ian and can help our students to continue to grow. That's it from us for now. Thank you all again very much for coming, and please enjoy the demo tables.